Welcome to Joe's Astrology. And the lunar eclipse was today. I believe it was today. I don't really follow it. I don't really follow the eclipses that much because the truth about eclipses are that they probably won't affect you. And if they do affect you, it will be so subtle that you won't even notice it. It will be extended over a long period of time and you won't even really truly notice the effect it's having on you. You would have to go back at the end of the year or like in a farther distant future and then look back at your life at the year and be like, oh, okay, that's how it affected me. But as far as like the eclipse just affecting you the day of and you would even notice it, it's extremely unlikely. And the reason is because people don't like change. People don't uh, they set their lives up so that there is no um, cataclysms. There is no big, giant, surprising change. And then most of us who want change, who maybe are trying to get change, we would love to see the eclipse come through and just completely start something new and end something that we don't want to be a part of. But unfortunately, we're all connected. From that sense, unfortunately, we're all connected. And because most people do not want cataclysm and change, and they're not, humans just aren't geared that way. Uh, this whole this whole thing doesn't operate like that. So the eclipse isn't going to do anything. Now, I'll tell you a quick eclipse story. I'm not going to tell my whole story. I might do another video on it, but I had some health issues at one time, and it had been a long time coming. I was unaware of what was really going on. And of course, the body hangs on, and can the body can play games with you as far as like you can still function, but you're not um, fully aware of the damage that's being done. And then the eclipse came in. It was a solar eclipse. And what's interesting, at the time of the solar eclipse that came, I finally had landed a job at the time I was trying to get. And I've been trying to get for almost like more than a year. In this specific company, I was trying to get in for 8 months. There was something going on that prevented things to go through quickly. And the eclipse came and I was hired like it was nothing. Like it was just, and it was going to be a good fit. I know it was going to be a good fit. I was going to move to where I wanted to move. And at the same time, my health issue just slapped me upside the head. And then in the next couple of weeks, I was fully aware that I had a major, major problem that needed dealing with. And that is that's my eclipse story. And you can see if I would have just been aware or just been a normal person taking care of myself, I would have gotten, you could say I would have gotten a new job. But even still, I've been a long time trying to make this happen, etc. It wasn't a normal circumstance. For the vast majority of people who are living normal circumstances, you're not going to lose your job. You might start to think that this is a good idea, that you should move on. It might be that kind of ending and starting like more psychologically. For sure, that's more likely than anything actually happening. And certainly nothing to make any drama over. But of course, we see the astrologers taking advantage of or the YouTubers anyway, taking advantage of the sensationalism that the eclipse is scary and life-changing. The truth is, it doesn't really work like that. It can work like that, but it's just very unlikely. Just like in most people's lives, how astrology works. Most people don't want change. Most people, the astrology is affecting them. They are operating by it, but they're operating by it in a very mundane level. Maybe they go through a transit and their favorite TV show is on and they're watching their favorite TV show. Or they'll binge watch a show during a transit. Or they might go to amusement park that weekend, and they're going through a nice Jupiter transit. We think, well, Jupiter's transiting this house and this planet. I'm going to get rich. No, you're going to go to an amusement park with your friends, or some friend's going to come in town and you're going to go to an amusement park and have fun. And so that's the case for most people. There's nothing to be afraid of. I do think you can make things more scary for all you Scorpios out there and Pluto people. Maybe going through a period where your curiosity is getting the best of you and you're having these ideas, and maybe there's a good reason for you to move towards Scorpio, i.e. Joe's astrology. And maybe, these eclipses and things and the transits, they could be starting that, and they could be moving in that direction, and it could scare the hell out of you because you're not used to this. So you run and you go back, and the eclipse doesn't do shit. You go back to where you were till the next eclipse, and the next one, and the next one. And then maybe after 20 years or 10 years, maybe the eclipse slaps you in the face like it did me. But it's a slow process. And you're probably unaware of it. So that's my take on eclipse for now. Me, and even being an astrologer, I think of eclipse, because I used to be a car guy, I think of the eclipse from Fast and the Furious, because that was a badass car. The cars from the 2000s, they were some nice cars, if you weren't around back then, or you're not a car person. But I'll leave it at that, and I hope you have a great day. And please subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more content like this, and have a great day.